G'day, how's it going? Hopefully everyone had a good Chrissy and New Year. I took a little bit of a month off. It was sort of a forced break because on the last day of harvest, I sat my phone on the roof of my ute and then my ute got driven away and the phone fell off and we couldn't find it anywhere. I searched up and back so many times the way they got driven and couldn't find it, fell off on the road, probably underneath a tree in the dirt, probably, I don't know, down a foxhole on the moon, who knows. But yeah, I got a new phone, but I lost about 10 videos worth of good harvest videos too from all of our harvests. I just didn't have time to sort of post them because it's harvest time, who does, so busy. But I was just about ready to start editing them and posting them, and of course I had to go and lose my phone, didn't have any backups, so that happened. And now I have a new phone, it's a new year. Hopefully 2021 is going to be better than 2020. I've got a new haircut. I look 12 years old, even though I'm supposed to be 21. Don't know about that. But yeah, hopefully everyone had a new good Chrissy and New Year. And yeah, welcome 2021. Let's have a good one. So I hope you enjoy this video. So give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and yeah, thanks for watching. And by the way, yes, I did try find my iPhone, but we don't have any service out here, so it wasn't connected. Tried calling it, tried everything possible. I don't know if the government watches this and can track my phone, because apparently they do. That'd be great if you could tell me where it is. And I do have some videos backed up. They're on my Snapchat that I will be able to post in a separate video. So thanks for watching. Well, hello. Welcome back to me. I'm back. I noticed we got a few new subscribers, so thanks for subscribing. So today we're just doing some cultivating. I've been cultivating for the past 4 or 5 days. We got some rain, about 30 mils a week ago, and so we've got a few paddocks of fallow cultivation. So these paddocks weren't in crop last year. Happy New Year, by the way. Hope everyone had a good Christmas and a good New Year's. I know we certainly did. Quiet, but still good. So yeah, we run sheep as well. So the cultivating, it just rips the compaction out of the ground from the sheep and it levels off your paddocks. And it's also sometimes good to just give your paddocks a break from chemicals for a year. So, our first working is in about October, when it rains in October. So all summer they get a break from chemical. But yeah, that's what's going on. Just found this. It's a skid plate off a header. It must be from a couple of years ago. This is what we're rolling with. We're rolling with a KSIH 2001 model STX 375, 375 horsepower that is. Got my lunch box. And a Horde Bagshaw 47-foot scary bar. So we've got sweep points on there. So they just cover the whole, on 9-inch spacing. So we just, that's just chopping out all the weeds with these types of, these are like, I don't know, triangle shaped point called sweeps, that's what we call them. And this was our main air seeder up until, well, this year we're getting a new air seeder, taking on a little bit more country. We were sort of under width in terms of feet per hectare with this air seeder last year anyway, but we were just running at 24 hours. But now we're at the stage we sort of need a new one. It is 20 years old, or 20 years old this year. So yes, so that's why we're upgrading. But it also, as you can see, it's an air seeder because it's got all the hoses, but it doubles as a cultivator. So that's why we originally bought it, because we were doing, up until about 15 years ago, doing a lot of cultivation, mostly cultivation fallow and not so much spray fallow and direct drilling. That's sort of a new thing, especially around our area. Now we're just do it occasionally for different purposes, or if our country is blowing because we've had a big drought and the stubble is non-existent because we didn't grow any crop, then we'll cultivate country because it actually stops it from blowing, like sandhills and things. Not here in this paddock, but yeah, even this, it'll get bare and then it will blow really badly. So the cultivating it up, ripping the soil up, actually stops it from blowing. So, but yeah, this is a really good machine. Big frame, big strong, no U-bolts. These are big, I don't know what you call those, big steel brackets with bolts to them, 4 bolts. And this machine has hit a tree before. So it's been driven straight into a pine tree about 3/4 of the way along, and it took a little bit of fixing up, but it didn't just bend it in half. And that's how strong these things are. Almost rip a tree out with them. I wouldn't recommend it, but we'll get going. Don't have to use the clutch. Your gears and your throttle here. We've got the old John Deere autos here on here, chocolate box. It's about the same age as the tractor. I think one of the first GPS guidance systems that came out. And it hasn't let us down really yet. It's not RTK, it's not super accurate, but I mean, look at that. It still goes straight up and down the paddock, especially for what the job that we're doing at the moment. Doesn't need to be 2 centimetres. Of course, it would be more efficient to be, but so you can see the sheep tracks. They really compact the ground, so we're just ripping it out. You can run off your litres per hour here, tell you how much you're pulling. We're going at 8.3k, 1700 revs. Yeah, so we're up to 12,600 hours on this tractor, and it has we haven't done a motor, we haven't done a gearbox or a diff, so it's completely on original parts. Done a couple of alternators and a few basic things like that, but this tractor has essentially cost us nothing. Well, it certainly hasn't cost me anything, but it didn't cost my dad or my grandpa or anything over the last 20 years. Nothing major anyway. So a very good reliable tractor, and that's why we've stuck with case through our new one. We have a 550 as well that we got last year, has 700 hours on it already. Our main enemy out here in the desert is the dust. You see, I got this tractor was cleaned out before I started. It does seem to suck in a little bit of dust, however, but it shows up a lot, the red dirt. It's about 37 degrees here today, so it's going to be warm. So keep an eye on the temperature gauge. Oh, we've got Steve's around in the lunchbox. Ah, yum. So we've already cultivated a couple times this paddock, but we're just going back and chopping out the weeds, ripping out a little bit of compaction. We have had sheep on here chewing it off a little bit even since we cultivated it. Because we don't want weeds. We don't grow weeds and we don't grow trees, except for around the edges. We grow crops. And sheep also, but that's another story. Eleven out of 10. Oh, I can dead set see the dust in the cabin. Oh, it's blowing it all in. I'm gonna have to clean my carbon filter out, I think. Well, we got it done. Time to head home.